Hey guys, this is Chet from MTG Unlimited, and today I have a Kaalia EDH deck tech for you all. So, if you don't know who or what card Kaalia is, this is her. She's a 4-drop, 1 plains, 1 swamp, 1 mountain, 1 colorless, and she's a 2/2 flyer. Sorry, my shadow's in the way. I'm not going to record this without having a shadow in there. But, whenever Kaalia the Vast attacks an opponent, you may put an angel, demon, or dragon creature card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking the opponent. Now, in this video, I'm going to be going over mostly the combo cards. So I've got that all set up, and basically we're going to go over that, and then we'll fit in whatever else we can get in. But the entire deck list will be on MTG Vault, so if I do end up skimming over anything, and you do want to try the deck out, just go on to MTG Vault, and there you go. There's the entire deck list. So let's get into it. So the first combo I have here is actually the Master of Cruelties Kaalia combo. So if you don't know what this is, it's that, here's Master of Cruelties. He is a 5-drop, 1/4 first strike, death touch. He can only attack alone. Whenever Master of Cruelties attacks a player and isn't blocked, that player's life total becomes 1. Master of Cruelties assigns no combat damage to combat. So basically, he brings them down to 1, and that, 1 damage doesn't happen. So they're just literally in lethal range. So, let me explain the combo. You attack with Kaalia. You put down Master of Cruelties attacking with her. So then, hopefully they have no blockers. And because Master of Cruelties has the first strike, he deals combat damage first. For some reason, the whole attacking alone thing doesn't come into, reasoning. So he will do damage, bring them down to 1, then Kaalia will do her damage and kill them. So that's a nice little combo if you're going to play, a really nasty game, or just you want to finish a game fast. So there you go. That's one of them. So there's Kaalia. Next, we have this little combo. Now, the main combo is between Scourge of Valkis and Udvara. Now, I don't really want to call this a combo, it's just a really good synergy. So, here's both the cards. Now, what you would do is that you would have Udvara out, probably with Kaalia, and then you'd have, you should have Scourge out. You probably want to play him with your mana, then you want to play Udvara with Kaalia. So now, you've got these two out. Scourge of Valkis comes out, he deals 1 damage to an opponent. So, let's say your opponent's down to 1, or down to 39. You play Udvara, and Udvara is immediately attacking. Therefore, Udvara comes into play. So you drop down a dragon, but you're also doing 2 damage because both of these are out. And then you do another 3, I believe, because a 6/6 dragon comes down off of Udvara. So it's either that it does 1 damage and then 3 damage, or 1 damage, then 2 damage, then 3 damage, but somebody will have to go in the comments and tell me, because I don't know the exact ruling, but it's something like that. So here's Scourge's ability, because I didn't really zoom in on it, so you guys can pause and read that. Let me focus it for you. There you go. And then the other 2 cards in this combo are these 2. So first let's go over Scourge of the Throne. Now this is the Conspiracy Dragon. It's a 6-drop, 5/5 flyer with Dethrone. Now you can just read the rest of the card there. So, you can imagine that if you have him down, you attack with all 3 of these. Alright? So, he immediately gets +1/+1. So that is an immediate 6/6, 4/4, and 6/6. So you've got 10, 16 damage going at them. And so you're hitting them for 16. Let's say he was at 40. He's now down to 34, or no, not 34, 24. So now you put down 3 dragons off of that, off of Scourge. You deal 6 damage to them off of that. So they went from 24 down to 18. Now you untap because of Scourge of the Throne's ability. Now you can attack with these 3 dragons only, because the other ones don't have haste. But then you'd put down another 3. These guys would deal combat damage. So that's... well, actually, you'd do the dragon damage first, so you'd have 6 dragons, then you'd put down another 3, so that's 9 in total. They're from 18 down to 9. Now, you hit with all these, and they just got killed for lethal. There you go. So, that's the little combo there. Now, here's the next combo. It is Predator Dragon. So you can read that. Let me just... There you go. So, you put him down with Kaalia, or wherever you're putting him down with, and you scat all those dragons, devour, and swing. Yeah, there you go. So that's that whole combo. Now, another thing, so just keep that combo in mind. Another thing you can do is you can use Stark and the Mad. You can play him down, and you can just pause and look at all the abilities there. So, there you go. But you would use his ultimate, his -4, and that would deal probably lethal damage at that point. So, there you go. There's another way. If you're in a game with a lot of people, I advise using that, because that's probably the best way to kill them off. Next, now, in this deck, I find myself a lot of times where removal just kind of just wrecks it. So, here's a little bit of a card that, I call it the YOLO card, but it's really just there if you need to. It's called Hellcarver Demon, and I'll just let you guys pause with the ability there. So, basically, attack with him, and then you exile your hand, or no, you put your hand in the graveyard, all your permanents go to your graveyard, and then you exile the top 6, and you play off the top 6. So there you go. That's him. That's why I call him the YOLO card. So, that's him. The last 3 demons right over here, so if you know those cards. Omnixilis the Fallen, the M15 Omnixilis, Unshackled, and then Torment's Herald. So those are the rest of the demons if you were interested. So let's move into actual based on the Kaalia card. So here's Iroas. So I'm not too much of a person for Nyx, Born of the Gods, and Theros. Like, I wasn't somebody that was into that, so I don't know the exact ability. I just know the important abilities for me, which is the Devotion is 7. Pretty sure he has Haste or Trample. I'm pretty sure that's Haste. But your creatures can only be blocked by 2 or more creatures, or 2 or less, I think. But pretty sure the last one is they either get Haste or Trample. I have to look it up again. It's pretty late for me, but there you go. Kaalia's there just to dick with people. You can probably remove her if you want to, but I just like it just to be mean. And then we have Kargan, which, let me just pause it on his level up. There you go. And then there's his little mana cost. So, basically, you just, if you have nothing better to play on turn 2, play him down, and then level him up a ton. So, you got an 8/8 flyer. There you go. Other than that, let's get into the angels here. Let me, so, I kind of picked off a few that are really good in this deck, right off the top. So, now Sublime Archangel, I don't actually have her proxy printed out now, so I'm sorry about that, but basically, Sublime Archangel is a 4/3 flyer with Exalted. Other creatures you control get Exalted, and she's a 4 mana cost, 2 planes, 2 monocolored. So that's Sublime, which is really good and paired with a lot of cards. So here we have Archangel of Thune, which is, if you're not familiar with, she's an M14 card, 5-drop. There you go, and there's her ability. So this kind of gets ridiculous. I'm trying to find a card that I can use very well in this deck that'll give everything I control lifelink. If you guys know any card, I think there is a card out there that does that, but there probably isn't, that I could use. That would be amazing, because with that card would make Archangel just crazy. So next, here's Avacyn. Now, if you ever feel like you're gonna get board wiped, you can use Kaalia to get her in. And so, there's what she does, for those of you who don't know. And then, here is her mana cost. It's a lot of mana. So, that's Avacyn. Next we have Iona. There's your mana cost. It's a 9 mana cost. 7/7 flyer. And when Iona, Shield of Emeria, enters the battlefield, choose a color. Your opponents can't cast spells of the chosen color. Now, when I play this, it's usually I pick blue because some of my friends play control. A lot of people actually play control, and I don't like control, so this kind of just removes all of their removal, which is fun. Next we have Akroma, Angel of Wrath. Now, one of my favorite cards in this deck because it's just fun. So, there you go. Mana cost is 8. 6/6 flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, haste, protection from black and red. Yeah. Basically anti-demon. So, yeah. She's just fun because of the first strike, the vigilance, the trample, the haste, the protection, and the fact that she is flying. The protection usually for me doesn't really actually matter, but these abilities just are fun, especially with Avacyn, because then she can't get killed. So, yeah. There you go. Next, let's just pull a few cards off here. Angelic Arbiter, I'll just let you guys read the ability. Okay, next card. I'll make sure to get the mana cost too, actually. There's Angelic Arbiter's mana cost. Okay, here's another fun card. Here's a Chroma Angel of Fury. 8 drop again, just this time it's red. Legendary creature Angel. She can't be countered. Flying, trample, protection from white, protection from blue. She has 1 mountain. She gets +1/+0 till end of turn, and then she has her morph, which I'll let you read that. She's a 6/6. So there you go. She's pretty fun just for the same reasons of Angel of Wrath, because she can get shit done, basically. Here's Battle Grace. Basically, yeah, that's there. So, I mean, if you have a huge-ass creature and you want to hit for lifelink and get a ton of life, there you go. And that's why that's there. Next we have Angel of Salvation. There's the mana cost, there's the ability. I'm not going to read too much into this one because it's a lot of text, but you can read that one for yourself. Here's Platinum Angel. Basically, Platinum Angel is just a 4/4 flyer, and you can't lose the game as long as she's out, so there you go. She's an artifact creature angel, by the way. Angel of Jubilation. Basically, just gives all your angels and your dragons +1/+1, and people can't pay life or sacrifice. So, I mean, that's kind of annoying with the Vampiric Tutor, I think it is, or Demonic Tutor, maybe. So you can't do that, but it's still there, and it's nice. And there you go. Deathless Angel. Now, whenever I have this in my hand, like, it usually happens when I have her either in my hand or a tutor in my hand. They're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill Kaalia, so I'll play this, pay the 2, so Deathless Angel is indestructible, Kaalia is indestructible. There you go. It's nice to just keep Kaalia alive and in the game, so you don't have to pay more mana for her. Next, Baneslayer. Baneslayer is basically the same reason as a Chroma. She's just a badass, basically. So, yeah. There you go. And then Deathpact Angel, I think I'm going to take her out. I'm not really sure. The only reason she's in here is because after a board wipe, you can just bring her right back, which is really nice. But, yeah, that's Deathless Angel. So, there you go. Here is the demons. Moving on to the rest of the dragons. So, Mordrim Dragon. There you go. There's the mana cost, and there's the rest of the abilities. So, next card. Now, Moonveil is in here for a specific reason. Moonveil can pump any of your creatures while they're attacking. So just pay 1 and they get +1/+0. So that's really nice, just being able to pay that only 1 and pump all of them. So, even Moonveil, actually, I think. There's Mana Charge. Now, Mana Charge is in here because this dragon kind of gives your teammates, or, well, your opponents, if you're playing more than, like, a 2 or 1v1 commander game, kind of gives your, like, the other people in the game a chance to help you out, or maybe a chance to help each other out, because you can swing with this, and they're going to probably block with Ulamog, then they can just use joint forces to kill off Ulamog. So it's kind of like a helpful thing. Like, it's you can choose to help me or you don't type thing. Eternal Dragon in here. Basically, Eternal Dragon's in here because I can plane cycle and then I can bring him back and play him with Kaalia for free. So, I mean, that's just to get out that mana really nicely. And if I ever, like, draw him right away and I don't have a planes right away, I'll use him to get the planes for Kaalia, so he's in there for that reason. Now, Forge Stroker Dragon, I am actually going to be substituting soon for either Ancient Helicite or Flame Blast Dragon. You can take your pick. Here's all their mana costs and abilities and such. And basically, I had Forge Stroker in here originally because I totally forgot about these two. So, these two are both really good dragons, and I wouldn't advise playing a Forge Stroker unless you don't have these two dragons. So, there you go. Actually, another thing is that if you don't have a Scourge of the Throne, but you want to have that little ability, I'm going to throw him in soon. He actually has the ability to give you another attack step, so as long as you have the mana. He'd probably be really good for a infinite mana combo, or any deck that has an infinite mana combo that plays like a Murica deck that has an infinite mana combo, because you can use his ability, get infinite attack steps. If they don't have any flyers, you can just attack with him, but actually, wait. Yeah, you can just keep attacking with him. So that's cool, but also the fact that you can like have Avacyn out and just have all of your creatures indestructible and keep doing that and kill off all their creatures. So that's nice. But here's Skithrix. Skithrix is really just in here because he's a cheap way to kill somebody. Plus he can regenerate all the time, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, there's him. Plus the Infect is nice, especially against creatures that you want to kill off because it's permanent damage. So next card, Balefire Dragon. Now Balefire Dragon is a badass. I mean, look at that picture. Just a badass. I mean, the ability, unless you read it again, I mean, he just does damage. It's awesome. So that's cool. But here's Thunder Dragon. Now, I put in the Thunder Dragon for no reason. I don't know why I didn't put in Thundermaw Hellkite, but it's up to you, really. I'm probably going to actually keep in both of them, because, yeah, he's pretty good, too. You can tap creatures with him and all that stuff, so that's there for whatever. Now, here's Furyborn Hellkite. A lot of mana, but again, you can play with Kaalia. And here's a nice little thing. Bloodthirst 6. Yeah. 12-12. Not fun. Next is Hoarding Dragon. Now, Hoarding Dragon is basically just in... he's actually reprinted on 15, so he's pretty familiar. Or new. So, you can tutor up any of the artifacts that you'll be seeing soon. Plus, I mean, you saw the one... Angel artifact creature, so there you go. And then next is Bogarden Hellkite. So I'll just give you the little overview there. Okay, we'll move on to our enchantments. Now this is the only enchantment in this deck. Now this is just like Hellcarver Demon, another YOLO card. So there's Form of the Dragon, and there's all that good stuff. So yeah, basically, if you have a lot of flyers and people are trying to attack at you, just do that. And if you're at low, like if someone Sorens you or does something else and brings your life down really low, and you've got the flyers to defend you, just do it, because it's probably one of the best ideas. Plus, you can kill somebody in 4 turns, because you can just do 5 damage at each turn to them. So there you go. That's pretty nice. Next, we have our other 2 planeswalkers, other than Sarkhan. So we have Ajani Vengeance. So there's him, and then there's all his abilities. Alright, and then here you go. Liliana. Liliana's there for the tutor, obviously, because that tutor ability is helpful. Very helpful. So there you go. Next is our spells and sorceries. So we have our tutors. We have Demonic Tutor. This is not the pay 2 life one, so there you go. That's that one. Here's Vampiric Tutor, which is the one I was talking about. There you go. Enlightened Tutor, which is basically, I only use it for the artifacts unless I need Form of the Dragon, which doesn't happen very often, so yeah, there you go. I have 2 kill spells here. I have Dreadbore, which is basically that, 2 mana, and then destroy target creature planeswalker, and then I also have Hero's Downfall, which is 1 more mana, but it's destroy target creature planeswalker, so there you go. And those 2 are there. And now we have our little board wipes and our little fancy miracle spells. So here's Entreat the Angels. Now that mana cost isn't really helpful, but if you can pull it out on a miracle, yeah, pretty good. So there you go. Now here's Terminus. So Terminus is only 6 mana, it's really cheap. And then put all creatures on the bottom of their owner's library, and then has the miracle cost for 1. Now, I advise doing this. If you have Kaalia out, do not Terminus. You will screw yourself. What you should do is that you should kill Kaalia if you don't have good creatures out, and then Terminus their commanders if you can. Just be a little bit evil. But there's Day of Judgment, which does the job just as well. Okay, next let's get into artifacts. I can't pick them up. Okay, so we'll start out with this one. Strionic Resonator. 2 mana, and the ability is to tap target and copy target triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. So basically, Kaalia's ability can be copied with this, which is why I have this in here. So use that. You can put down 2 creatures attacking with, so it's a lot of damage, and you get your creatures out. Next, we have Chromatic Lantern, 3-drop. And it's tap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool, and then tap, or well, all your lands have tap, add 1 mana of any mana to your mana pool, and then tap, add 1 mana of any mana to your mana pool for Chromatic Lantern. So, that also works on Mana Confluences, and I don't think you have to take the damage off of it anymore, so that's always nice. Because I hate Mana Confluence. There's Godsend, 3-drop, and basically gets +3/+3, and whenever an equipped creature blocks or becomes blocked by 1 or more creatures, you may exile 1 of those creatures. Opponents can't cast cards exiled with the same name as exiled with Godsend. And the equip cost is 3. Now that's basically just to put on Kaalia so that Kaalia can't be really killed too easily, so that's the only reason that's there. I should probably take it out, to be honest. Staff of Nin. If you aren't familiar with this card, you are missing out because it's fun. I mean, you can tap it and do 1 damage, but you also get that draw power, which is really nice, especially in this deck to get your creatures. Next, Quicksilver Amulet. Now, 4-drop, and then 4-tap, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. Now, with Staff of Nin out, this is really nice because not only can you put stuff down the Kaalia, but you can also put down with Quicksilver. Strionic is definitely better, but this is also a good alternative. Next we have Quietus Spike. So, 3, and equipped creature has Death Touch. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses half of his or her life rounded up. So basically, this is kind of a substitute for Master of Cruelties that you can tutor up. Basically, put this on Kaalia, and then put on Godsend if you have to. Attack, they can't block it, and you hit with that, and brings them down half, and you get to bring out your creatures. So there you go. And lastly, we have Akroma's Memorial, 7-drop, and it gives your creatures the creatures you control have Flying, First Strike, Vigilance, Trample, Haste, and Protection from Black and Red. So there you go. Yeah, another Chroma thing. And then I'm going to show you a little bit of a picture of the lands, I think. Yeah, I'll just do that. So basically, we'll just do a picture, and then you'll get to see the rest.